Hey guys, Tom here. I know it's been a little while, but I wanted to share a thought I had for the past couple of weeks. I just have been procrastinating sharing the video. And the topic is about sin, sneaky sin, and how little sins turn into lifelong addictions. So, for this example, I want to use that movie called Jeepers Creepers. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it. In the movie, it starts out with a brother and sister traveling across country to visit their parents or something, and that's when they bump into this crazy car with this crazy truck with Jeepers Creepers in it, and they're just so curious. At least the brother was so curious, so they kind of follow this guy and they're watching him, and they see him stuff some bodies in this pipe that goes into the ground, and instead of dipping out of there, they wait around till he leaves, and they want to keep checking it out. So the brother's looking down the pipe, and he falls in, and it's this huge pipe that takes him in the basement of a church. And when he's down there, it's really deep, and the camera really emphasizes the long fall that he's taking down into this hole. And once he gets down there, there's nothing the sister can do to help him get back out, but he starts to kind of explore down there. And so he's looking around, and in the movie he's looking up at the ceiling, and the walls are just covered with naked bodies of dead people. And I think it's very interesting that they're all naked. He's looking at their naked flesh bodies, and he's just blown away by what he sees. And then later, he finally finds the cellar door, and he gets out, and he comes out through a church, and he's reunited with his sister. And there's probably a lot of details I'm missing, but I'm just driving home from work. I'd rather share the story not in its entirety than not share it at all. So he meets back with his sister, and then for the rest of the movie, he has Jeepers Creepers hunting him down, because Jeepers Creepers knows that he was down in his cellar, and apparently Jeepers Creepers has a scent thing where he can smell you, you know what I'm saying? Once he gets stuck on your scent, he follows you until his goal is to kind of take you out or kill you. And so all that, I say all that, and I want to share maybe some of the symbology. Maybe it's pretty obvious to you guys, but maybe there's just one person that it's not obvious to. Well, I kind of think of that as a very symbolic thing. The guy's very curious, like we all are in life, and we kind of snoop around in areas, that we shouldn't. And you want to just get a little taste, and the next thing you know, you're falling, 20 feet down, landing and cracking a rib, and you're in this dark cellar. And I want to kind of relate that to kind of like a porn addiction. He's down there, and it's very symbolic that he sees all these naked bodies. It's kind of what you're doing when you're looking at any type of pornography. You're really looking at naked bodies, and those people are really going through their own thing in life, and I'd say they're pretty spiritually dead. If you're doing that type of prawn, I don't know how the algorithm's gonna like that word I'm using, so I'm just gonna say prawn. If you're doing prawn, you're probably not in a good spiritual state. So anyways, he's looking at all these naked bodies, and there's really no way out. He can't come back out the way he came in. And I think it's very symbolic that he comes out of a church basement, an old abandoned church basement. And he comes out through the church, and he's reunited with his sister. And the other part is once you start dabbling in these dark areas, it could be drugs, prawn, gambling, and there's so many vices that you could kind of swap this out for. Once you dabble in that, you kind of open the doorway for these demons to come into your life, and you know, kind of come after you, kind of like Jeepers Creepers picks up the scent of the brother, and then for the rest of the movie he's trying to hunt down the brother. Well, once you open the doors to these demons, you're giving them access to so many parts of you, and it's just making it that much harder for you to get rid of them. It might introduce more addictions. And I don't know. I watched a video. This is off topic. I'm kind of done with that rant. Let me know what you think. I kind of just spew things, and maybe they don't make sense to anybody, but maybe it does. So yeah, don't go sniffing around. I know, excuse me, I know it's in human nature for all of us to want to check things out, you know. Even me as a kid, I couldn't wait to see what a woman looked like. I was such a wild kid, and it really led me down a really really kind of a sinful life. Yeah, I still want to, you know, be with women and stuff, but I want to do it through the right avenues that are safe. And yeah, I still have flesh. I get tempted just like everybody else. I'm not perfect, and I wanted to share one last thing, that if you want to be separate from God, you can be. God will let you be as separate as you want. So I want to put that out there. But if you don't want to be separated, and you want the blessings and the good things that come with, you know, being a child of God, being close to Him. Nobody's perfect, but trying your best. And you know, there's so many blessings in this life for you. There's so many doors that God can open. Don't take the simple pleasures, you know, prawn, drugs, alcohol. They'll give you a nice little high, a nice little buzz right now, but man, you always wake up the next day and you know you don't feel that great. You don't feel that pure joy that you used to feel as a kid, just for no reason. You know, you just, little things would make you so happy as a kid. And I know I'm on a journey where I'm cleaning up my life. I'm trying to take out the prawn. I've been pretty successful over the past couple of years with that, on and off. Nobody's perfect, but recently I'm taking on slowing down with drinking and just cutting it out. I really like how I'm feeling. People forget that it's a depressant. And sometimes, you know, you can feel just as happy, just as drunk on life. I know that's kind of cheesy, but I recently went to a kind of a party, and I usually would be drinking, but I went completely sober, and I was dancing, I was having fun, I was talking, I don't know, I was just having such a fun time. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but I had a great time. Anyway, I'm on a rant, but I just want to say, don't take the easy pleasures of life. Do the hard things, you know. Discipline your body to say no to things that feel good right now, and say yes to the things that are going to feel good for your life later. Again, I'm not perfect. Like, you know, anything can happen. But I want to invite anybody to, you know, draw closer to the spiritual aspects of life. This life is so temporary, just like the trees are changing. The trees are coming and going. Trees are falling off, dying. So will our bodies, our brains. This ain't a forever deal. So just anybody out there, watch out. Watch out for that pipe that leads to the basement. Watch out for that big old tunnel that you're snooping around with in life. It's just gonna get you trapped and in bondage, and just not put you where you want to be in life. Man, I wish I would know. I wish I would have been so much more disciplined as a young guy. I think I would have gotten my act together a long time ago, and that would have been nice. Because you gotta start thinking about the future kids you're gonna have and how you can set them up to be smart with what you're gonna help them with, and you know. Anyways, those are my ramblings for today. Hope you guys are all doing good, and yeah, have a good day. See ya.